Hello there my fellow holotable heroes, and welcome to another Rise of the Empire Territory Battles video guide. I'm here now in Sector 4, so I'm slowly getting enough relicate units to be able to start doing some battles here. A couple of months ago I covered Lothal already, so if you're interested in that, there will be a link in the description below to my SWGOH for Life website. 2 months later after Lothal, I do have now enough relicate units to get Kessel done as well. And I was looking forward to full clearing Sector 4 in about 2 months when I also have enough for the dark side planet. But CG in all their wisdom introduced Mandalore here in Sector 4, so that will delay my Sector 4 full clear video probably for another 6 months or so, because again, I think we need a full Relic 9 Mandalorian squad for that one, so yeah, Relic 9s, that will be painful. Anyway, don't want to dwell upon it too much today. We are here on Kessel and I was able to clear it, so I'm just going to show you the battles that I used here. But first let's cover obviously the mechanics, modifiers, and you know what we're actually dealing with here on Kessel. So when it comes to operations, I guess it's a nice one to have, but again, not sure how much difference does it make. So whenever we use ability we gain stealth, which is nice, I guess. But again, not sure how much difference does it make. I don't know. I guess every little helps, right? And then in terms of the mixed missions, well, actually all the missions, including fleet, have exactly the same. We have an ability that allows us to remove confusion from ourselves. Now, why would we want to remove confusion from ourselves? Well, because whenever we use a special ability, a stack of confusion gets applied on us, and most annoyingly we can't gain buffs when we have confusion on us. That's why they do kindly give us an ability to cleanse it off. So as long as you can manage confusion here, for the most part, you should be good to go. Now before I get into the mission, whoever designed Kessel missions, well done, good job, you deserve a raise, because it's not overtuned at some of the other planets that shall not be named, that even if you got the right team, the right relics, you can still get steamrolled if there's bad RNG or something weird happens, where it's here for the most part. As long as you bring in the right teams at relic levels, you know, you should be able to win relatively easily. In terms of the enemies, for the both mixed missions, they're exactly the same. So you got same Pikes squad in wave 1 and 2. The teams that I'll be using in today's video is Premier Kylo Ren and Jedi Master Kenobi. I have seen others using Lord Vader and as well Night Sisters, but personally I will be leveling those up for the dark side, not mixed zone. But if you have them, you can use them here as well. And then we do have a special mission here. We all love special missions because they reward get currency for the guild. Same enemies as mixed mission, just Pikes in wave 1 and 2. However, here we are forced to use Qira L3 at Relic 8, so I had to bring them up. Had to also push Rey up to Relic 8. Luckily Han was Relicated from Jabba farm, and Plo Koon, I had him Relicate from his ship. Anyways, for the most part, straightforward mission under Rey lead. And then we've got Jabba mission as well. So this is the team that I will be using. Again, I had Boba Relicate, I think, from Jabba farm, and was Fennec Relicate from Jabba farm as well, or I think so, right? Cad Bane was Relic 8 for his ship already, so the only 2 investments I had to make for this mission is bringing in Jabba to Relicate and Leia as well. Ideally full Hut Cartel lineup here, but if I can save resources and you know just make it with this, why would I waste precious relic materials on something I don't need a Relicate? And for the ships, we're dealing with the same modifier with the whole confusion mechanics and everything. We are forced to have Ghost starting lineups, so you could go down the Profundity route, but personally I find Executor better. You will see in the battle. So I have lost with Profundity, whereas the Executor I haven't lost at all. Okay, so let's start off with missions now. I'm gonna start off with Jabba. Again, ideally full hard cartel lineup, so we get all the bonuses you know that they bring, but even with this was able to get it to work. Let's get some bombs out first so we can start working towards our contract. Let's go ahead and do an AoE. We get confusion now, right, because we're using special abilities, but Jabba does have a cleanse. so he should be able to cleanse it off any moment. There we go. Got a cleanse going, get the assist going now as well. So at this point, you know, we start really ramping up the damage here from all the assist. Thermal detonators start going off, and we should be able to handle these guys quite easily. And after you do the cleanse with Jabba, it's basically basics only. You're getting assists, and you don't get confusion applied on yourself as well whenever obviously you do use basics only. Again, here we can use some special abilities to begin with until Jabba does his cleanse. I guess you could go for L3, but I decided to go for Render Chewie first, just so he doesn't revive. But I guess L3 is just annoying, so maybe L3 first could be a good choice as well. A rocket to the face, barely a scratch, get a cleanse going, and now it's just basics only at this point. The thermal detonators really rack up very fast here. Luckily, it doesn't seem like these guys have too high tenacity. So let's go ahead, start as well going after L3, stack a few thermal detonators on her, so she's just gonna explode any moment now. Down she goes. Down goes Han as well. And this completed Jabba mission. So far, as you can see, straightforward mission. Then we got Rey, as mentioned before. And the Rey lead, as long as it's kind of, I guess, a light side, full light side squad, so they can benefit from Rey. Not too challenging. Obviously, this team particularly doesn't pack a lot of damage. I think Qira is doing some bonus damage on her basic or something, because she's a hero unit, so she actually does bring some damage to the team. Now, unlike Jabba, where we were doing basics for the most part, so we don't get confused, here actually just feel free to use special abilities, just because L3 will be cleansing your scoundrel allies whenever she's hit. And then I think there's also something with Rey in there, that whenever you have inspiration, you're kind of cleansing debuffs from yourself. So I was just hitting specials all the time, and you know, the confusion never really got out of control for the most part. So I like Jabba, yeah, just go for it, guys. Speeding up the footage, because obviously all these Rey battles and territory battles, they take forever, because even Whirlwind is not enough to one-shot dudes. They can easily eat up 2 Whirlwinds before they go down. But luckily Qira, they're definitely helping us out damage. One thing to note, whenever I use mass assist, you know, the kick ability from Qira, target Rey, so she's called to assist, so she actually as well then gets health steal up on herself, so she can recover some health, so you can keep spamming live blood. But yeah, for the most part, I don't know, if probably could have just autoed this. I don't know, I think maybe I can try autoplay at some point. I just didn't want to risk of losing, because obviously I do want to earn get for my guild if I'm able to. But probably at some point I will try an autoplay, because if you've already seen my Sector 1 autoplay video, it's also a series of videos that I'll be doing, just testing out what missions I can autoplay. But for this one, probably, especially at this point, once you're just down to 3 enemies, I mean, you could definitely hit autoplay. So I just done that now, and there they go. Alright, so Jabba mission out of the way, special mission out of the way. We got the 2 mixed missions up next. Again, they're the same, so it doesn't matter which team you use where. Everything will be the same. So start off with Jedi Master Kenobi. So for this team, I only had to bring Commander Ahsoka and Jedi Master Kenobi to Relic 8. Because I think all the other 3, General Kenobi, Padme, and ARC Trooper, I believe they were Relic 8 from Jedi Master Kenobi farm. So again, it wasn't too big of an investment to get its team up and running. Only needed two units to get it here. Seem like with Rey, we have plenty ways to cleanse here. We got cleanse with Padme, special, General Kenobi, he's got a mass cleanse, and then of course whenever we do hit the high ground, we cleanse the debuffs as well. So kind of feel free to keep using special abilities here, just so you can rack up that high ground quickly. As soon as you hit high ground, probably could hit autoplay probably at this point already. Okay, heading into wave 2, exactly the same thing as wave 1, but in this case no need to reset cooldowns on Ahsoka. She's got already her insta-kill ready anyways. Just put their damage immunity on General Kenobi, but he took a turn already, so didn't do a whole lot. Just going after the boss, I guess, first. Kick in the face, just trying to build up the ultimate again as fast as I can. Let's go ahead and nuke one of the pikes. I'm just gonna do a basic here. Let's go ahead and cleanse with General Kenobi. There we go, get some assists going. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, there we go. Heal up with Padme, hit the high ground, and now at this point you can just hit autoplay, and you know these guys should be able to handle this. So simulacra, you can use specials, plenty of cleansing on this squad. So for the most part, so far confusion wasn't really causing much problems, to be honest. We'll see how Kylo team will deal with confusion, but I think we're cleansing on that team as well. Yeah, so for this team there was more investment. None of these guys were at relic 8 for me, so I had to get all 5 of them to relic 8. Obviously Kylo there is good for the taunt. Obviously Supreme Kylo Ren as well for the damage. We need him. Sith Trooper, nice to have as well for the damage and everything. Malg, and then instead of like going for Hux and First Order Stormtrooper or Officer or something, instead I decided to go for Malgus and BT, because you know having them at Relic 8 is useful for Grand Arena, whereas Hux and the other First Order guys, they kind of do what they need to do at Relic 5, you know, they don't need to be Relic 8, so I'm trying to be selective who I'm relicking up here, because Relic 8 is very rare, at least for me still. So I'm just trying to get units to Relic 8 that can also be useful elsewhere rather than Genome, just for territory battles. Anyway, we were able to build up the ultimate, and unlike Jedi Master Kenobi ultimate, Kylo's ultimate actually will stay active between the waves. So we start off with the ultimate, stun the boss, and then, you know, we should be good here. We'll probably lose most of folks here. Maybe Malgus can stay alive, the other guys will probably die off, but at this point it doesn't matter. Kylo's got so much ultimate charge that he will just keep going back to back ultimates. So as long as he survives another turn, hang in there Kylo buddy, there we go, hit the ultimate, and then you just keep swiping in the ultimate, you know, to keep increasing your damage, and then as well with AoEs, obviously more critical hits, you build up your ultimate faster, so you can keep doing back-to-back ultimates. Boom, there we go. Against Kylo, confusion not really a problem because his AoE cleanses off the debuffs from dark side allies anyways. Now, where confusion does cause complications is actually in the fleet one. But there's ways to work around it, which I'll show you. Again, personally I prefer using Executor here and use Profundity, obviously on the light side mission instead. Okay, they're just gonna nuke Ghost, yeah, that's fine. Thank you for your services, Ghost. So what you don't want to do is taunt with Houndstooth, because the way it works, it'll get confusion before it gains taunt, and it'll never taunt in that case. So you just want to avoid using taunt and then put force taunt on the enemy, but the enemy was being a jerk and they cleansed off my mark. They usually start off with a mass assist. I don't know, AI is acting up today when I was recording. Anyways, let's just keep going. First reinforcement, I like to bring in Hawk just so we can get chuffed on our guys. So we keep resisting target locks, because it's really a race, I guess, to get contract and ultimate before the enemy does. And obviously Ibn Hog totally turns tides in your favor again. Houndstooth, avoid using taunt ability at all costs. The other guys, you can use special ability, just remember to cleanse off confusion as soon as you get a chance. Again, let's go ahead and reapply Chuffed on our guys. Obviously Ibn Hog, looks like confusion applies first before other bonuses, so unfortunately there Ibn Hog does not have Chuffed on itself anymore. Let's go ahead and cleanse it off. Basics only with Houndstooth, we don't want confusion on Houndstooth at all. Bringing in my second reinforcement, calling Xanadu Blood, target their Xanadu Blood, get mark, and now we can hope. Slave 1, okay. Come on, finish Xanadu Blood, one more hit, come on, somebody. No. Alright, fine, I guess basic will do here from Executor. Got him down as well. And the good thing about it is when you do cleanse confusion from yourself, because of Razor Crest alive, we are landing breach. Just when I said it, I lost Razor Crest. Okay, fine. It doesn't matter at this point. Ebon Hawk bought us enough time that we were able to get their contract out much faster. And if Slave 1 can survive until we get Seismic Charge, that would be helpful. Again, the only way to get Taunt over in your Xanadu Blood is using the heal ability from your Executor. However, now that they do have locked Breach, as long as you keep using basics with your Houndstooth, it will never lose Taunt. So while confusion here is a little bit annoying, like you have to, you know, work around it, whereas the ground missions, you ignore it for the most part. Yeah, you have to a little bit work around it, but as long as you kind of stick to basics with Houndstooth mostly, and bring in Ebon Hawk as the first reinforcement, you should be good to go. And there you go, guys. That now for me completes a full clear of Kessel. Overall, no stress really here, like unlike some of the other planets where some missions are like really difficult, like, you know, Geo missions there on Geonosis. Even Relic 7, well modded, it's still like crazy. Anyway, well done on whoever designed castles. You know, as long as you got the right teams, I'm able to clear it every time without any problems. And there you go, guys. That's all for today's video. Hopefully you found it useful and helpful. Let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, I guess I'll see you in the, what's the dark side called? Haven or medical station? What is it called? I don't know. I'll see you, I guess, in, I don't know, 2 months time in another Sector 4 video. But until then, have fun, enjoy life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.